And I hear my colleagues on the other side say, but this is a big budget. It keeps going up. And they're right. New York State is an expensive state because we make investments that are paying off. We make investments in our education, in our infrastructure, in our clean water and air, in our training of people to be able to compete here for jobs in New York and to compete with the world economy, because we are the center of this country's world economy. A new study that just came out evaluating the 50 states on 28 economic metrics said that New York State is the highest ranking and best economy, contributing the most to the country's economic growth. The analysis looked at all 50 states, evaluating GDP, unemployment rate, fiscal health to determine ones that are pulling the most weight when it comes to moving the US economy forward. And there's data point after data point. Yes, our budget costs go up, but nothing in comparison to how rapidly our GDP has been going up over the last decade. Our statewide GDP now is over $2.3 trillion. $2.3 trillion in economic activity in this state. So despite the fact that we have some higher costs than other states, people are coming here, staying here, doing business, frankly, being incredibly successful in their businesses. We are considered the global hub for finance, tech, advertising, media, fashion. We have seen strong growth and recovery since the pandemic under Democratic leadership at the federal level and the state level. Interesting. We have seen a rebound of our GDP after everyone's plummeting during the pandemic. And New York State alone is one of the largest exporting states in the country, sending nearly $1.63 billion worth of goods to overseas markets in 2022. A critical issue for us, particularly now in light of the strange tariff wars we are facing that will no doubt drive up our costs and probably result in unemployment. And this budget is a reflection of those values and those goals to continue New York on the path of being so effective and successful in translating our government priorities to the programs and services that the people of New York need. And as you heard already from my colleagues, even though the questions weren't asked of us, we build in all kinds of new improvements of affordability for the New Yorkers who need the help, which is many. And so we are investing in child tax credits. We are investing in expansion of the earned income tax credit for those without children. We are investing in rebate checks for older New Yorkers who find themselves very often in housing problems because their cost of property taxes are growing as their fixed incomes or not. We are making investments in affordable housing. In fact, the governor proposed a $1 billion fund for the city of New York, City of Yes. We took a look and said, but we know exactly where that money should be spent and how it could be most effectively used. So we outlined in our One House exactly where that $1 billion should be spent. And then we said, but we need to do more for upstate housing as well. So we invested in expanded programs and new programs for affordability in housing, not just for the city of New York, where they were already putting $4 billion in and we were adding $1 billion, but also for the rest of the state. We understand that mass transit is the future of the economy, not just of the city of New York, not even just of the MTA region, but the entire New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania region. We understand that those kinds of investments, which create great jobs, by the way, all over the state of New York, are the kind of investment we need to be making so that we continue to be the leader in the 21st century for our state and our country. And the data's clear.